Welcome back. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in again. Thanks for the traction on the first two videos. I got 30 views before those first two crappy videos. I appreciate it. Today we're going to be doing a little segment I'm going to be calling moving forward. I'm going to call, and this is what I've been saying to my pony friend. You know who you are out there for years since I've known this individual. Dim exclusives though. It kind of started when he was on PS4 and I just built my PC. We met together at work and we kind of bonded over video games at first. And my whole thing was like, why would I bother getting a PlayStation 4 when I can build this PC and 99% of the games that are on the PlayStation 4 are also on the PC. So I used to kind of tease him over the years whenever a PS4 game would eventually come to PC, and it started to speed up back there in that generation because that's when the Xbone and when the PS Poor, that's what I call the launch PS4. Sorry, the PS Poor, sorry, not sorry. That's when they all moved to x86 architecture, which to me is probably the biggest jump in consoles, maybe ever. The move to x86 architecture, probably I would probably say that's a whole other video. Or remind me in the comments to make that video. The biggest jumps in gaming. Well, to me, the last big major jump was the move from all the crazy proprietary architectures to x86. Probably before that was the move from standard definition to HD, and probably before that was the move from 16 to 32-bit. Um, but yeah, we should do a whole video on that. But anyway, I digress. Um, this segment, I'm going to be calling it dim exclusives, though. And the point of it is to see all those console exclusives, the whole reason why you buy certain consoles. We ain't naming no names. The whole reason why you buy certain consoles is for those exclusives. Well, when all those exclusives start going elsewhere, then what's the point of that? You can still own and play on that console if that's your console of choice. I see that a lot going on with Xbox for years. It's that Xbox tax has been real for a while. But what's the point of an Xbox if all your games are going over? Well, what's the point of convenience? Maybe you just like playing on an Xbox. Maybe you like that plastic box in your living room by your TV. Maybe you just like it, and maybe you don't want a PlayStation, so you get the other box. Maybe that's just it. Maybe people just like what they're playing on. And before you're like, you're an apologist, and you're a. I mean, I got my Buyer's Remorse 5 sitting right here. You know, I got my. You know, I got my maybe the most mismarketed and misunderstood piece of gaming technology maybe ever. You know, this is your 1080p Game Pass device right here. You know, that's crushing it. You know, I got my, you know, everything's covered here. You know, I got Steam Deck sitting right over there. I got my other handheld sitting right over here, a GPD Win Max 2, not sponsored for none of this shit. But okay, so I don't really, and I'm streaming on my really nice gaming PC, and I have a really good backup capture gaming PC right over here. Okay, so I'm a gamer. I game on all these things, right? So I prefer to have the box that plays the most games, and my default is PC because that plays the most games. But I'm not above playing something on any of these other systems. Like if I were to plug in my Series S and buy a game, I'd be buying Unicorn Overlord on it because it's not on PC yet. And if I was going to fire up my PS5, I play Dragon's Crown on it because that's a PS3 game that had a PS4 version made of it, and now you can play that on the PS5. Since for some reason, those are both Vanillaware games, by the way, but for some reason, Vanillaware seems allergic to PC ports. Like Odin Sphere never came to PC as far as I know. Dragon's Crown is still not on PC, and Unicorn Overlord is literally on everything but PC. Explain to me how like a Heroes of Might and Magic clone is on everything but PC. You missed a sale right here, right here. But I digress. So today's news, or actually this was yesterday. It says published 2 hours ago. This is PC Gamer actually doing some reporting. It's good to see. It's so strange to see how PC Gamer has gone these last couple of years. Because I remember reading them way back in the day, in the 90s and stuff, right? But anyway, Rise of Ronin coming to PC. Remember, I think just a little while ago, people were throwing out Rise of Ronin as a PlayStation exclusive, and they were using it. What game was that in the context of? there was some game on Xbox or PC that people were talking about, and they wanted to throw out Rise of Ronin as an example of like a banger exclusive you can't get elsewhere. But anyway, here it is, a year after the PS5 release. Team Ninja sale of the game is on its way. So here you go. So here's Rise of Ronin. That's yet another exclusive that bites the dust. Um, I got a couple. I got a couple more lined up here. This is probably gonna be super loud because I got my microphone like right by my, and I don't want it on my picture. So it's kind of, I'm still figuring this out, you guys. So, oops, this is probably super loud in your ears. My fault. So, you got Spider-Man 2, which is due out here anytime now. You got people tracking down what time it's going to be released. You got people stalking these ports. All good. And you got Stellar Blade. Why wasn't this game on PC to begin with? Sony. You guys over there wanting a money hat, everything. And good luck with that. I mean, it's not panning out. You should have spent some of this money on your own games. People would want to release stuff on your platform anyway. That whole money hatting thing is just not working out for you anymore. Because especially like the second it's gone. Two more games I can think of. Death Stranding is on Xbox now. And I saw Forspoken on the Xbox store the other day. I call it Forgotten, aka Forgotten, aka Forspoken. But that's on Xbox now as well. Quiet as kept. Probably not selling very well because that game is kind of boo-boo. If you liked it, that's fine, but objectively, it's kind of boo-boo. Yeah, here's the other two games in question. Dragon's Crown and Unicorn Overload. Give these to me now, Vanillaware. I would like to add these to my Steam collection. But I don't disagree that there does have to be some exclusive reasons to want to own a platform. In Xbox's case, it's the only console with Game Pass on it. That's a pretty good selling point. It's the only console that you can cash in and use your Microsoft points on. That's a compelling reason to own that console. It's the best backwards compatibility console. These are all good reasons and all exclusive reasons to own it outside of software. It doesn't necessarily have to be software. It could be a feature. Why do more people prefer an Amazon Fire Stick over, let's say, a Google Stick? Or over, let's say, a Roku box? Is it because the Fire Stick has these extra features? You can order your stuff natively through your Amazon off of it. It works with your Prime. It works with your Prime Video maybe the best natively because it's designed for that. Why do people like Apple TVs over any of those options? They all play the same thing. You can get Apple TV on your Amazon Fire Stick. Maybe people just like the idea of that box that they get to choose. And it's strange to me that PlayStation fans want the Xbox to go away so bad. You're already getting raked over the coals by PlayStation. Imagine if there was no Xbox to keep PlayStation honest. Imagine if there was no PlayStation to keep Xbox honest. Competition is good, you guys. It's good. You shouldn't be rooting for the downfall of... If there's only two major players in a field, you shouldn't want one of them to go away. One of them has to keep the other one honest. So, major exclusive selling points. I feel that Sony, they're on the right track. I feel like their games are a good reason to own it. I always hear this. You guys tell me if you always hear this, right? It happened today. When I talked to my pony friend, I showed him this, and as always, as I've been joking with him for the last 10 plus years, I go, dim exclusives though. And he goes, yeah, you guys get to play it a year after we already beat it and played it. Okay. But now it's here forever. So what does it matter if it was a year ago or not? That'd be like both of us owning a Switch, right? That'd be like me and my friend both owning a Switch, okay? And he buys Zelda Tears of the Kingdom the day it comes out, and he beats it. And I don't get around to buying it on my same Switch for a year later, and I play it and I beat it, and we both love it, and we both give it the same score. What difference does it make if he bought it and played it the day it came out versus me buying it and playing it a year later? We both enjoyed the game. We both played it and beat it. We both have the same feelings on it. Is it because you missed out when everyone else was playing it? You know what? Back in the day, sure. When you went to school every day and your buddies were playing these games and they were like spoiling it for you, I could see that. Or another example would be, remember when the Marvel movies were good? You used to want to go see those movies like opening weekend so you can go to work on Monday and talk about it with everyone because everyone went and saw it over that weekend. At the very least, you probably gave people a week. If people couldn't see it the opening weekend, it was fair game that next Monday to talk about it. Because by the second weekend, if you ain't seen Iron Man 2, then we talking about it. If you ain't seen Avengers after that second weekend, we talking about it, whether you've seen it or not. So I could see that. But as an adult, unless the game's got like some crazy twist or something in it, I mean, I don't know. But like, what plot twist is there in like Marvel Rivals, or what plot twist is there in Vampire Survivors? What plot twist is there in Rise of Ronin that you can't wait? What plot twist is there in Spider-Man 2 that you can't wait? What plot twist is there in Death Stranding that you can't wait? You know, that's kind of what I'm getting at here. So, Sony, you do you with your console timed exclusives. Xbox, they still do the same thing. There's games that are only out there. I think that South of Midnight game didn't get announced for other platforms. I think that's just Xbox only and PC at first, right? So it's not coming to. That seems like a good Switch 2 game. They should put that on the Switch 2. And I didn't see PlayStation 5 on there. So, but maybe eventually it'll most likely be on more than just PC and Xbox. Is basically what I'm saying. So, tell me what you think about this segment. Should I just do one of these every time there's a PS5 or PS4 game that's out? I'll definitely do this if they ever announce Demon Souls or Bloodborne. That's what we're all waiting on, and they know it. But I'll definitely make another one of these videos if I see Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Dragon's Crown, Unicorn Overlord. If I see that, even though that one's multi-plat, I can't really put that on like Sony just for like hogging that. But yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for tuning in to these videos, these bootleg videos. Sorry for the microphone thing in your ear. I'm trying to figure it out. Look, you can even see it down here. It's tacky. I can't lower the stand anymore, else I'd have it come up like this, and then you couldn't see it at all. But that's how we're rolling, you know? Peace. Y'all be good. See you in the next video.